Hey everybody, welcome back. This is our last video before spring break. Whew, imagine, spring break, April. All right, week 27, March 29 to April 2nd. We're just finishing up these special right triangles and we're finally ready for SOH CAH TOA. But before we do that, we got to get ready to celebrate all those people and the overachievers from last week. So here come our shout outs. Okay, Mathia, this was our best week of the whole year for Mathia. So thank you, and thank you. Let's go with period 4, Isabel Bennett, Caitlin Blankenagel, Kaylee Bonnet, Alexis Brandt, Courtney Brown, Clay Contois, Claire Darlin, Theo Gepetti, Gabe Giroux, Maddie Hamilton, Valen Magala, Quinn Moses, Noah Murphy, Jackson Knoll, Aiden Parker, and Xavier Thorne. I did it right this time, Xavier. In period 5, Kristen Barnett, Spencer Deerdorf, Maya Eckel, Carter Harris, Kylie Heiner, Hannah Lee, Arthur Lucan, Matt McConnell, Carlene Nolan, Ashley Ohl, Sarah Altman, Jasmine Rose Perkins, Jack Rukti, and Serenity Sebasta. Now, before we finish with this, you'll see these red stars. Red stars are people that finished an entire workspace or went over and above and did multiple problems. So let's have a special shout out to Caitlin Blankenagel, Theo Gepetti, Gabe Giroux, Maddie Hamilton, Maya Eckel, Carter Harris, Arthur Lucan, and Ashley Ohl. Nice job on Mathia. And then in class, it seems like every week we're getting better and better at class participation. So from Mr. Miller, thank you very much. And let's do some shout outs to classroom participation and extra work. Isabel Bennett, Caitlin Blankenagel, Courtney Brown, Abby Crimps, Claire Darlin, Maddie Hamilton, Hunter Lawson, Nathan Hansen, Colin McBride, Quinn Moses, Jackson Knoll, Aiden Parker, and Xavier Thorne. In period 5, Kristen Barnett, Maya Eckel, Alyssa Granados, Kylie Heiner, Hannah Lee, Arthur Lucan, Devin Martin, Matt McConnell, Carlene Nolan, Ashley Ohl, Jacques Rukti, Darius Waldo, and Teddy Weston. Little cowbell action this time. Now, as we get ready for spring break, I want to challenge you to something, okay? SOH CAH TOA. This week, Mr. Miller is going to show you a bunch of videos about different mnemonics, rhymes, and actual YouTube videos of students that found ways to memorize what SOH CAH TOA means and how to memorize each of those letters. And over spring break, we hope you figure out a way, a poem, a rhyme, a song, a video, come up with your own way of remembering SOH CAH TOA, SOH CAH TOA. Okay? I'm working on my summer tan. Sine divided by cosine is tangent. What's your sign? All right, as we get started this week, we've been studying these triangles. It turns out that in a right triangle, this has to stay 90. The bigger this angle gets, the bigger this side gets. The bigger this angle gets, the bigger this side gets. There is a relationship in right triangles, and that relationship can be described using the sine, the cosine, and the tangent. So the first thing this week, we got to make sure, just turn around, look at the back wall, you'll see that giant green triangle that Mr. Miller's put on the back wall. And we refer everything to what's called a reference angle. Okay? Every problem. If this is our reference angle, that's the opposite side. Then the vocab word that we've got to memorize in geometry, the word adjacent means next to. So memorize that. Adjacent means next to. And then the rest of the year, this side of the triangle, the one across from the 90 degree, that's called the hypotenuse. We got to memorize that too. Okay? So this week we introduced this vocabulary. We wrap up our special right triangles, and it's all about SOH CAH TOA. The sine of an angle is the opposite over the hypotenuse. The cosine of the angle is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And the tangent of an angle, the tangent, is the opposite over the adjacent, which is the most popular one for real-world math. So as we get ready for our final week before spring break, have a great week. Enjoy watching some videos, and we hope you come back from spring break and dazzle us with your creations on how to memorize SOH CAH TOA. So until then, have a great week.